From the Mustangs Stadium, everybody. My name is Rob Reitz. I'm principal here at Mounds High School, joined tonight, as always, by Joe Paulke, Island Lake Fayette teacher and Hall of Fame football player. Joe, it's a great night. It's homecoming. We had a little bit of rain earlier. We're a delayed start, but we are ready for a great night of football in the Suburban East Conference. The Mounds Mustangs take on the Stillwater Ponies. They come in both 1-2. What do we know about this Stillwater Pony team?
Hey, the Stillwater Pony team, it's not like the last year's Stillwater Pony team where they were just so good. This one, on film, they still look pretty big, but they do look beatable. I know they've played some really good competition. Last week they played that number 3 team in the state, Shakopee. And that was it was a game a lot like what we saw at Maple Grove, where Shakopee dominated and Stillwater just kind of struggled to get things going. They were down 21 points in the first about 6 to 7 minutes of the game, so it was a really interesting game. And they also played Maple Grove earlier in the season, and that was another lopsided game, 37-17. So you're looking at the scores, you're seeing this could be a really competitive game.
Yeah, Stillwater offensively, they've got a dual-threat quarterback, Runk.
Yeah,
That's a name in Stillwater. We should pause here for the national anthem. That started quickly. We'll be right with you, folks. As I was saying, Jack Runk is a dual-threat quarterback. He's number 4 for the Ponies, but their best playmaker is maybe the best wide receiver in the Suburban East Conference. That's the wide receiver number 3, Carter Zoller. Coach Moberg spoke very highly of him. He's got a large catch radius, and they like to isolate him opposite of trips, and then they like to run some really interesting concepts with him in that trips bunch. They've also got a really good running back. He rushed for almost 200 yards against the Mustangs last year. That's number 6, Emilio Rosario Matias. He's a stud. So this defense has its work cut out for them. We've known that coming in. This is really the first game of a run of games that the Mustangs really have to have.
Yeah, we have 3 straight games here. We've got Stillwater tonight, Eastridge next week, and Woodbury again on the road the week after. So we have the home game tonight, but then 2 more on the road, all district opponents. We really want to have a good showing in the next 3 games.
Coach Moberg said the offense had a great week of practice. I'm looking for Godson to have a really big game. He's an explosive athlete, maybe the best athlete on the field. Really, anytime he plays, he's going to play at North Dakota State. Next year, he had some coaches in the school today, which is always a fun thing for a kid to see coaches continue to have an interest, even though he's already committed to their school. I also expect big things from Ben Mugisi. He had a big game against Maple Grove in a loss, but he's an elite speed type of guy too, and we're going to see Tanner Jude. Now, he's typically your backup quarterback, but he's going to see a lot more reps at wide receiver. He's a big, tall, athletic target. So I'm excited to see what they do with him. Wasik had his debut last week at wide receiver. He had a nice game. And Caden Tran had his best varsity game versus Maple Grove last week as well. So this offense is starting to come along. You know, it takes a couple weeks to really understand what your identity is, and this Mustang team is starting to figure some things out. They do need a big night from Beckham Wheeler if they're going to beat this Pony team.
Yeah, they need a big night from Beckham Wheeler, and I think all of that offense comes straight from those guys up front. We got to give them time. Got to give Beckham time to throw the pass, and we also got to give the holes to Caden and to Ben and to Godson, make sure that they have some room to run. If we are, I shouldn't say we, but as the offensive line, if they are struggling and not giving them a lot of room, I think we're in trouble.
Moundsy Football would like to recognize today's points sponsor, Eggert Family Dentistry of North Oaks. A big thank you to Elizabeth and Jeff Eggert for your continued support of Mustang football. Moundsy Football and the Booster Club would also like to thank all the sponsors that are helping to make this year a success. We are honored to have 3 Kings Express LLC as our 2025 Platinum sponsor. Our gold sponsors are F&M Bag, Cap, Carpet and Flooring, Tilly Aesthetics, All-American Restoration, Flaherty's Arden Bowl, Midway Ford, Coley Real Estate Group, and our 2 silver sponsors are Shore 96 and Eggert Family Dentistry. Thank you to all our sponsors, and we have a kickoff. Let's go, Mustangs. Kick to about the 5-yard line. Stillwater's going to get bunched up at the 20 and tackled at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Ponies from there.
I think it's going to be interesting tonight to see how the weather affects it. Right now, it looks like there's a little bit of a light rain coming out, but the field is wet. The field is definitely wet, and during warm-ups, I was watching out there, and there was definitely some snapping issues with the quarterback-center exchange, especially in the shotgun. Some snaps over the head, some were on the ground. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
So you're going to see Stillwater in a pro-style offense. They run a tailback and a fullback. They're going to run some power. They're going to run some trap. It's a pretty traditional offense. Power, dive, toss, and waggle are kind of their go-to plays. Runk's going to start this one out of the gun with a back to his left. That's likely Rosario Matias. He's going to take the carry there over right guard for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a nice little inside zone that they're running right there. Offensive line's all stepping left. They're just trying to keep it going and let Rosario Matias just find the right hole and just pop right through. Mustangs did a great job filling that spot right there, so they only gave up 4 yards.
Second down here, and that's a bad
there's
snap.
That bad snap. I think it's our ball.
Mustangs might have gotten that
I
ball.
think that's
Let's
our
go.
Ball. It looked like the center snapped it early. Runk wasn't ready for it. And it's a live ball. As soon as the center snaps it, it's live. So it looks like it's a false start. Nobody moved, but actually it was just a live ball. So we were right on top of it. Mustangs did a great job there.
Was that Liam Berlin that
I think it was.
Recovered it?
It was so fast.
It was. So you just get done talking about a wet field. That's just miscommunication in a wet ball, because once Runk realized it, he couldn't get his hands on it, and it's Mustang football deep inside Pony territory. They're going to start 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
This is what we're looking for right here.
So Wheeler out of the gun with Tran behind him and trips to the field side. That's the right of the quarterback.
There's another low. Oh,
he looks for a wide receiver screen. It's not there, and he tucks it and runs.
Stillwater did a great job there jumping that wide receiver screen, and Wheeler did a great job of pulling it down. Looked like he was going to throw it, saw that there was some issues, pulled it down, made what he had, gained a yard.
You know, you look at it as a 1-yard gain, but it's actually a huge play because that had turnover potential written all over it.
Yep. If he throws that ball, it might go the distance the other way. So it was a great job by him to just totally eat that one, get that 1 yard, and be happy with it.
To me, that's good scouting on the part of Stillwater, knowing that they like to run that screen out of trips to the field side. We've got a motion. That's Treader.
Yep. Oh, there's that power look. Just missed the inside backer there.
So minimal gain there again on 2nd down. It's going to be 3rd and long. Mustangs' first opportunity as Stillwater turns the ball over on the 2nd play of the game.
I would assume here today, from the 25-yard line, you got to be thinking this is probably 4-down territory. They're going to have to gain some yards to get to that point where they can kick a field goal with a wet turf like this.
So Mugisa and Wasink are to the right. Cornelius and Godson to the left. 3-step drop, looks right, has to scramble. Still looking downfield, keeping his eyes up. But Stillwater rallies and tackles. So another no-gain play for the Mustangs. Be interesting to see if we bring out the field goal unit here on 4th down.
I think it's just too far. I mean, you're talking about 25, 35. It's a 42-yard field goal here at this point in time. I think you got to go for it, especially with the rain. It looks like it's coming down pretty good right now. So I think you got to go for it, see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of freeze it a little bit here, see if they can have Stillwater jump off sides, get 5 yards.
Yeah, it's coming down hard enough. It's hard to see outside this window.
Yeah, it is.
We're looking through. So, again, you've got Sam and Gotson to the left. That's where Beckham's looking. He throws a fade to Gotson, double coverage, and that's going to be
Unfortunately,
dropped.
It was dropped. We were kind of hoping it was
thought he
picked
was gonna
off
pick
there.
it.
Yeah, if he picks it off right there, it's on the 2-yard line and sets up the defense well. But he dropped it, unfortunately. Put a nice ball out there, a little bit short. Good protection from the offensive line. It had a little bit of trouble on the previous plays, so seeing him come back on that one, give Beckham plenty of time.
That looks like a bit of a wet ball that he's thrown there to not get much arm strength into it.
Absolutely.
But no harm, no foul. Honestly, the turnover doesn't amount to any points. Stillwater basically taking over 1st and 10 from where they left off last drive.
Yeah, we're starting to see some umbrellas pop up right in front of us here, so I got a feeling the rain's coming.
That's Rosario Matias in motion. They're going to hand it off around the left side for about a 3-yard gain.
Yep. Mustangs doing a good job rallying there to the ball. I mean, Rosario Matias, he's a big fella. I mean, he's only listed as 5'8", but I think he's listed at about 210 pounds, which really is a nice size running back for high school football. And he actually has really good speed for that size.
Yeah, Moberg really emphasized the importance of tackling him. I think he thought last year they schemed it all well, but he was able to break some tackles. This is a nice throw and catch on the outside. R.J. Madison, great coverage, but just a well-placed ball, and the Ponies are going to get a first down.
Yeah, it's one of those things where he just threw it outside of where R.J. was. R.J. had some inside leverage, trying to keep him right on the sideline, maybe get him out of bounds. But Runk put it – actually, it's not Runk. It's his new quarterback, number 7. Number 7 in at quarterback.
Chase Edstrom.
Oh, no, that is Runk. Edstrom. Oh, they jumped. Yep, there we go. Runk did put that ball in the nice – right on the sideline, but it was completed. Tight end number 9 jumped off sides for the Ponies right there.
So Griffin Rowan for Stillwater, a 6'1 junior, went up and high-pointed that ball at receiver. Nice gain for the Ponies, but they're going to move themselves behind the sticks here. It'll be first
and 15.
1st and 15. I think the scoreboard had it wrong. They gave the penalty against us.
Oh, no.
Yeah. 1st and 15, ball on the 47 for the Ponies. They're going to run to that field side with Rosario Matias.
Yeah, they come in with that double tight look right there. So, oh, boy, we got a little lightning going on.
Yeah, that's the concern tonight.
Yep.
Is we've got a lot of people here, and we've already obviously delayed the game because of concerns for lightning. You know, activities director Galvin, he tracks this stuff very closely. So the decision was made to push the start time, but we knew lightning was going to be a threat throughout. And at some point, it could stall this game.
And we're up high, so we can see out a lot further than, where it is. It looks like the lightning is quite a ways off to the side, but you never know. I know they have the little gauge that tells you how close it is. So I know Coach Galvin and the trainer usually have one of those.
Trips to the field side, Runk scrambles, doesn't have anything open. Mustangs chasing, sacked. Oh, wow. Did he get rid of that?
Yes, he did. He got it to Matthias Thiessen. I thought he was going to drop it. He bobbled it. It was all over the place. It almost kind of looked like a pitch there. It was definitely backwards, so if it would have dropped, it would have been a lateral, but they ended up gaining 6 yards on that.
Heck of an athletic play. Alex Isabel was on him, tackling him, spinning him to the ground, and he gets rid of the ball.
He was almost down.
So instead of a sack, it's a 6-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. Ball now up to the 47-yard line into Mustang territory. A 2-by-2 set here for the Ponies. Runk out of the gun. 3-step drop, moves up in the pocket. Nice delivery, first down Ponies.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of giving him some time to throw the ball right there. Runk if he's given that much time, he's going to find the open receiver.
Another catch for Griffin Rowan, his second of the evening, second of the drive, and he's got a couple first downs. Just underway, he's 0-0, 6:42 remaining in the first quarter. We're live at Mustang Stadium. It's homecoming for Mounds View. Runk now under center. He's going to hand off again, Rosario Matias.
Little power action there.
Yep, so explain power a little bit. What's
so
power?
They got the guard pulling out, and they also have a fullback filling the hole. So they block down. We got the guard kicking out or the fullback kicking out and guard leading up. One of the two's kicking out, one's leading up the hole, and Rosario Matias is supposed to just follow them. But great job right there by Mounds View. Number 23, Luke Hinkle, he was able to fill that spot, just stuffed it up right there.
Hinkle's a stud. He's had a really good year, and that was a big bolt of lightning. All right, 2x2 set with motion to the left. They're going to throw to the left. He's covered by Godson. They're going to throw a flag. It looked like he had a hand on his back.
Yeah, he had a hand on it. I don't think he needed it. That ball was way overthrown, and I don't think there was any chance he was going to catch it. Ugh, that's a tough break for Mounds View right there. Yeah, we got some coaches saying it's uncatchable, but I don't think they're going to go with that. I don't think it was, even if he would have just let it go.
So pass interference on Godson gives the Ponies a 1st and 10. Ball's going to be placed all the way up inside the 20-yard line.
So right now we need the Mustang defense just to kind of, they're bending. Let's not break.
So first opportunity inside the red zone for Stillwater. Runk's going to go under center, this time out of the eye. Pony's going to get into some power run game here.
Waggle.
Yeah, they're running waggle.
Nice play.
Oh, and he bounces off. Great job by the Stillwater runner. That's number 7, Chase Edstrom.
Yeah. Preston Johnson, it looked like he had him wrapped up. He had a great fill on that. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to wrap up in this slippery weather.
It's the one-on-one tackles with a slippery field that are going to prove difficult.
Yes.
Defenses have to rally in conditions like this.
Yep. Looks like we're getting some weather delays here. Coach Galvin's out on the field.
So, folks, this is going to be a thing. We're going to keep the stream up, but you're just going to see an empty, rainy field. We've got to actually clear the stands. Students are going to have to go to their cars. And, of course, we're going to lose some fans, I would suspect. Every time now that you see lightning, you add 30 minutes to the clock. Yeah, so we're making some announcements on the radio.
Yep.
We talked a lot about this really all day today. Our student council did an unbelievable job with homecoming week. We had an incredible plan set up for a tailgate today. We did have a great morning. We took a bunch of kids over to your shop at Island Lake.
It was an amazing experience for our kids at Island Lake. I teach 1st through 5th graders, and we had every kid in the school. We have about 750, 800 kids, somewhere around there. They all were inside the gym, and we brought in about 30 student athletes here from Mounds View, plus the entire performance team came into Island Lake. We talked to some of the student athletes, the captains from the teams, talked to them about what it's like to be a Mustang. They said if they came to Island Lake or not, because it's a big thing for not our students and our teachers. So when they were able to come in and see so when the teachers came in and they saw what the students have become, and we have the new students who are in 1st through 5th grade, they come and see what they're going to be in the next 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's a great opportunity for our kids to give back to a school that gave a lot to them. Not every kid that was there is an Island Lake kid, but they know what it means to be an elementary student and look up to high school kids coming over.
Yeah.
It's an example to model what it means to be a Mustang, and that's why I go, because I like to see that. I love to see the shirts. Kids are all wearing these future Mustang shirts.
Everybody's got awesome, a future Mustang shirt on. It's green and white day over at Island Lake, and people are just so excited to see all of the kids. And it goes both ways. The high school kids like seeing the elementary kids. The elementary kids are just in awe of the high schoolers. And it's a great experience for everybody.
It'll come as no surprise to our listeners that there's just a ton of pride in this community. It's fun to see it start to evolve among students, and as they come through our system, they're excited to get to the high school. And, this is a really great school. I know I'm biased because I'm principal and I'm
Hey, I
blessed to
went
be
here.
able to
I know
lead
it's
here.
a great school.
Yeah, exactly.
I went here. It's a great school. There's nothing better.
So we're probably going to take a break here. I should get on the radio and do that other part of my job that ensures kids and our guests here are safe. It's a slow trickle out of these stands because we had an incredible turnout, which we expected. Had we had good weather, we were anticipating between 3,500 and 5,000 people. That's really what we had last year for homecoming. Just incredible support, and we promote it. We want it. We love having kids from Chippewa and Turtle Lake and Island Lake and Valentine Hills and all their families. This is a great, wholesome opportunity for them to come experience some community. So it's too bad the rain puts a damper on all of that, but stay attuned. Keep coming back. We will try to get some messaging out on Instagram. If you follow Mounds View Athletics on Insta, you'll be able to get a sense for where we're at with our delays. But the stream will be up. We'll continue it. We might have a late night, folks. Hang with us.
It looks like it's going through pretty quick, and we are right on that the tail end of it. And it looks like afterwards, it looks like it could be pretty clear for a while. So hopefully in the next 20, 30 minutes, it'll all clear out, and then it's going to be pretty clear for the rest of the night. And what's that Instagram account? Is it Go MV Mustangs?
Yes, Go MV Mustangs.
Mustangs. So if you need to add that, check it out, Go MV Mustangs, and you can see not only the Pep Fest at Island Lake, you can also see the Pep Fest here at Mounds View today. That's on the Go MV Mustangs. You can see some pictures of that and all the fun that they had here at Mounds View.
All right, with that, we are going to pause at 5:28 remaining in the first quarter. It's a 0-0 game with the Ponies inside the red zone. They are first and goal from the 5-yard line when we return after this lightning break.
Just got word if there is no more lightning, we are hoping to start in about 20 minutes. So 20 minutes if there is no more lightning. If you're still tuning in with us, we'll be back off here for a little while, but hopefully in 20 minutes or so we'll be back on as long as there's no new lightning. Looks like Stillwater is taking the field, so there will be some warm-up time here, but I would assume we will be back ready to play in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So stick with us here. Game will be starting very soon. Welcome back. Teams have both taken the field. There will be a short warm-up period here while we're getting ready. Now, what is going to happen? We have 5 minutes, 28 seconds left of the first quarter. It is going to be first down for the Ponies on the 5-yard line, heading into the end zone. So they're deep in Mounds View territory. We'll play the rest of the first quarter, rest of the first half. We will have an abbreviated halftime. We're hoping for about 10 minutes. There is a performance team performance tonight, and also it is senior parent night, so they will have to introduce all the parents. And so as soon as that is all taken care of and both of those get done, they will start the second half. So it is going to be an abbreviated halftime. They're hoping for about 10 minutes, like I said. Now, what does this rain delay do for the Mustangs? Hopefully it gave them some time to figure out what was going on. I know they were in the school. They were looking at film, taking a look at what was going well, what was not going well on both offense and defense. I know the offense didn't have a whole lot to look at. They were really only out there for about 5 plays. So they really want to see what's going on defense, though, see if they can hold Stillwater out of the end zone. I know it's going to be tough with Emilio Rosario Matia on the field. He is a big back, and 1st and 5 is kind of his forte. They might be able to just give him the ball 4 times and get into the end zone. But I assume the Mustangs have taken a look, see what's going on. It looks like the teams are getting ready to come back out on the field. The one thing I have not seen yet is I have not seen any referees on the field. So hopefully they will be here soon. Rob Reitz is right now working as a principal, trying to get everybody back into the stadium. Everybody went back to either their cars or into the MAC, the Mustang Athletic Center. So it has been a busy day for him. I know that was one of the things both he and Coach Galvin were worried about early this morning. They did not want to see lightning tonight. And that was the number one thing they were talking about when they had the Pep Fest over here at Island Lake. So the Mustangs are on the field. Stillwater is not taking the field. I would assume Coach Calistro might call the Mustangs back over just due to the fact that Stillwater's not there and I still have not seen the referees. Don't need any reason to just stand out there and wait, but hasn't happened yet. I would assume we will be back to playing here in the next minute or two. Taking a look, see if I can get some scores from around the area here. You know, right now might be a good time to go through an update of what's going on around Mounds High School. So, volleyball team. It was kind of a rough week for the volleyball team. They did lose 2, but had a big win over Tartan last week since we've last seen you on the air. Right now they are 5-4 though, and they have their next game on Monday versus Irondale. Their next home game is actually Wednesday versus Stillwater. So if you want to come out and see the volleyball, you could go over to Irondale and see them on Monday, or you could come to Mounds View on Wednesday and see them versus Stillwater, the Ponies. Girls soccer, right now they are 3-3-3. Won 3, lost 3, tied 3. They beat Centennial last week 2-1. They had a game rained out last night versus Irondale. Their next home game is actually tomorrow at 10 a.m. And they also play at home on Tuesday against Stillwater. Boys soccer, they are 5-4-1. They beat Roseville on Tuesday 2-0. They are on a 2-game winning streak. They also got rained out last night. And their next home game is also the 23rd against Stillwater. All right, here we go. We're back to the game. Taking a look right now, looks like Stillwater's coming out in the I formation. Looks like they're going to hand it off here to, oh, nope, little fake waggle, hand off, pops it out there to number 7 for the Stillwater Ponies. That is Chase Edstrom. Chase Edstrom scores for the Ponies here on the first play back from the rain delay break. So we're back with you. Hopefully you are able to come back with us. It looks like we have lost a few fans, but not many. There's still quite a few people here at the stadium tonight.
Yeah, we had about 800 students in the Mustang Activities Center.
That had to be an interesting time.
It was supervision at its finest, I can tell you that.
Yes, I would imagine that you are worn out after that.
Do this, don't do that. But actually, they were great. Senior Stable advocating like crazy to make sure we got back out here and played this game. So that's
awesome.
Fun that they want their homecoming experience. And quite honestly, they're not going to forget this one.
This is one of those that you'll never forget. We had one a couple years ago. It wasn't homecoming. We were actually at Woodbury, and, oh, man, game finished about midnight, and that is one of the things that everybody is still talking about to this day.
Well, the coaches had a lot of time to think about this one. That Chase Edstrom is having a heck of a first quarter. He had a couple nice plays, and then he gets the touchdown there for the Ponies to go up 7-0 here. 5:21 remaining in the first quarter. Mustangs are going to return their first kick. Yeah, the rain probably helps our viewership. So if you were here and you're now on YouTube, thanks for coming back and joining us. We think we are in for a great night of football. Mustangs down here early, but have really only had that one opportunity. They did turn Stillwater over in their first drive on the second play of the game. They weren't able to make much out of it. Stillwater came down with a nice drive, scores a touchdown. Nice return here by the Mustangs. Up beyond the 30-yard line. Wasn't quite sure who that was.
Yeah, that was Godson again. He took that back all the way up to about the 33-yard line. Nice job on the wedge there. They just got there, popped everybody free, and just made a nice little seam in the middle. Let's see what Beckham Wheeler can do here now with the Mustang offense. Looks like the rain has stopped, but the field is still slick, so let's see how that plays into things.
Lots of games in a delay. I saw White Bear and Eastridge had not even started. They're over at Eastridge, just east of us.
Yep.
We've got trips here to the left of Beckham He's going to hand off to Caden Tran, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's a TFL for Stillwater.
Yeah, great job by the nose guard just blowing it up right there. He moved Jaden back just a little bit, and that made it so that it was really hard to cut for Caden there.
Olsen with the tackle.
Cornelius, Godson, and Mugisa, for sure, 3 of our wide receivers in the game. Caden Tran at running back. That's Treader, number 42. He's going to line up in the slot. Yep. Check that. He's going to be between Godson and Cornelius. Mugisa's lined up to the field side. Treader in motion.
Oh, boy, there's that snap.
And Beckham going to do the smart thing, just fall on that. Beckham's done a nice job just protecting the football.
Good decision right there. You just got to take it. Take the medicine. It's down about 7-8 yards, but you know what? It's a lot better than losing the ball like Stillwater did early.
Stillwater's only punted 4 times on the season, which is pretty remarkable for a 1-2 team. They did score 50 points on Park Cottage Grove, so that gives you some indication as to why they didn't punt at all in a single game. But those punts they've had came against Shakopee and Maple Grove, 2 of the top teams in the state. We're going to go a 2-by-2 set. Wheeler out of the gun, Tran behind him. This is going to be a pass. He looks right, throws right, deep down the sideline, one-on-one. It's just a little bit high and out of reach.
Yeah, looked like he had a little bit of pressure coming in there, but he got a good ball off. It was just a little bit high.
Yeah, Wasink is 6'5".
Yeah.
So.
I think if we had another step or 2 before the boundary, I think he would have had it, but I knew he was trying to stay on or stay inbounds, so he was really working hard to stay there. Punt team coming out for the Mustangs right now.
Back team for the Ponies, Natchez and Autumn.
So Stillwater with the early momentum and the early lead. They're going to get the ball back here, their 3rd drive. Mounds had 7 plays without a first down here in the first quarter. Good snap. High punt to about midfield. Nice coverage there. He's going to slip that initial tackle. But Berlin was there immediately to slow him up, and then a gang of Mustangs take him down right around midfield, just shy of the 50-yard line. Stillwater is going to start there, 1st and 10. Great field position for them, up 7.
Yeah, that's one of those situations. You're right back there. You're a long snapper. Most people don't think about that, but we got a wet ball, wet weather, and Jackson Peterson, he snapped that ball back there, got it back so the punter is able to get it off real quick, and had a nice punt, turned the field over so that it's at least on the other side of the 50. Not by much, but it is on the other side of the 50.
Well, I mentioned Stillwater's punts because last year we blocked one, and I think Moberg feels like they have an opportunity to get another one, but they've got to get them in a 3rd and long situation to punt. At a quick pass, 9-yard gain. Again, that's going to be Edstrom. For the Ponies, so Chase having a heck of a game from that running back position. He catches it and runs it.
Catch by Edstrom.
Yep. Looked like a little run pass option there. Quarterback pulled it, threw it in when the linebackers vacated that middle ground area there. Looks like Stillwater's having a little bit of a tough time coming in with the play right now. They're down about 14 seconds on the play clock. See what they do here.
It's impressive.
2nd and 1.
It's impressive how good Runk has looked when you consider Kinsey was going to be their quarterback. He transfers to a school in Ohio, I believe, and Runk becomes the starter. He's going to throw it deep here. He's got a receiver open. He catches it one-handed to the 5-yard line.
That's an impressive catch right there. I think.
Bjorn
Wow.
Natchez.
That's going to be on the hot highlight, I think. It was pretty much a one-handed catch, bringing it down about the 6-yard line. He just had a step on the Mustang defender.
1st and goal from the 6.
So unlike a couple years ago at Woodbury when the Mustangs came out of that rain delay, ready to play, really dominating, this Stillwater team has a bounce in their step. They're getting free, and they are right back inside the 10-yard line, threatening again to go up a second score with 2:30 here remaining in the first. It's 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Looks like there's going to be a timeout. Coach Labor is running down the sideline. He did not like what he was seeing.
Timeout, Stillwater.
So a little bit different from what Moberg expected Stillwater to come out and do. Thought they'd want to pound the ball. They've been throwing it downfield.
Yeah, Runks looked really good throwing the ball. He's hit his receivers in stride. He really has been putting it on a dime.
So a number of important games here coming up for the Mustangs. You really start to look at the playoff seeding starting to take shape coming out of this week's games. They've got Woodbury, who's down big already this week to Forest Lake. Eastridge, of course, is going to play White Bear Lake. We have both those two teams on our schedule, so that'll be an interesting game for us to see the outcome. And then Forest Lake is the third-ranked team in the state. They're still on our schedule. They're coming here late in the season. Of course, we close against White Bear Lake. So you expect to get 2 or 3 wins just among those, and then you have a couple other games that you've got to earn. This is definitely one of them. This team is very talented, maybe more so than we thought coming into the season.
Nice stop there by Mounds. Use front line.
Rosario Matias.
Robert had a great job there, just moving everybody back, made Matias bounce it out a little bit, and was able to make the tackle for a loss. So it looks like it brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and goal from now to 7.
So Rob Essie stops them for a loss of 1. Stillwater comes out, another 2-by-2 set. This is Runk rolling to his left.
Well, he's got some room out there.
He throws low, which is what you want to do near that goal line.
Caught it. Wow, big catch there on the 1.
Yeah, I couldn't see that from here, but that's going to be a nice gain up to the 1-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Just seeing the way Stillwater looked, it looked like he had dropped it, but referee said no, he caught it. Mounds made no complaints, so it must have been just scooped under. So that's going to bring up 3rd and less than 1.
So big opportunity here for the Mustang defense.
Let's get those big hogs inside, just pushing that defensive line back.
Stillwater's got 3 backs behind Runk, who's under center. He's going to sneak it. Their version of the tush push, and he's in for a touchdown. Jack Runk gives the Ponies a 13-0 lead with the extra point pending. 1:05 remaining here in the first.
Yeah, they were just able. He was able to just get over. He's not a super tall kid, but he was able to get over that offensive line and get into the end zone there.
So Mustangs find themselves in an early hole here coming out of a fairly significant rain delay. Must have been 40, 50 minutes.
Yeah, it was quite a while. I thought we were going to get away. Right, blocked extra point right there. Now, in high school football, it is dead. It's not like the NFL or college where you can return it. High school football, that is dead.
Probably smart save on some injuries. Some silliness that would take place over a 90-yard stretch.
But it is one of those things where that point may come back later in the game as a big point.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
I do think Coach Moberg felt like special teams were going to be an advantage. You know, it's usually a hidden advantage. Your average football viewer doesn't really realize how important in high school football field position is, how important it is to get, honestly, just a good snap from the punter. From the center to the punter. That has proven to be difficult for Stillwater. Again, small sample size, 4 punts. But Coach Moberg felt like that was an opportunity for this Mustang defense to get a big play. And really what you're looking for in any of those situations is to get a big play followed by a big play. You know, you love that idea of getting a turnover and going big on the next play.
And you just take a look at that there. Right there is a slow snap. We were able to get it from the outside. You should almost never be able to block an extra point or field goal from the outside. It should almost come from the middle. It looked like we were able to get it from the outside because the snap was a little slow. That makes you think, hey, later in the game, if they need a field goal late, we got a good shot at blocking it. Low line drive kick.
Mugisa with the catch. So decent field position just shy of the 30 for the Mustangs. Not yet a first down for this Mounds View offense. Again, they looked good in practice, but that's not translated here out on the field. Not sure if Stillwater's giving them a slightly different look. This is a well-coached Bo Labor Stillwater team. They always have been. Labor, of course, was at Woodbury before he went to Stillwater. He ran the spread out in Woodbury, which is actually very similar to the offense Irondale ran when Coach Moberg was on that staff. So he goes way back with LeBour. In fact, they were in contact with each other all day today trying to figure out what we're going to do about this game and the weather. But we're ready here to play with the offense on the field. Going to have 3 receivers to the field side. They're going to hand this off to Tran. He's going to go left. Sneaks past, but he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Treader was just trying to hold him off there. He just needed to get that head placed on the outside shoulder. He had it on the inside shoulder. Stillwater defender was able to take him upfield at that point in time and make the play.
Not sure these stretch plays are going to work against the speed of this defense. It seems every time like they've just not been able to get to the outside shoulder of that end defender.
Yep.
The force player now trips again, this time to the right of Beckham. That's Mugisa singled up. They're going to hand off here, and this is a nice play up the middle and a nice run for Tran up near the first down marker.
Great block there by Max Hahnemann. You saw Stillwater bring that inside linebacker coming in. He was coming in between the nose guard and the end. Max Hahnemann sold out. He was pulling, kicked him out, and got a little bit of a seam there for Caden Tran.
3rd and inches.
I think we hit the first down button accidentally. It's 3rd and inches.
I think it is first down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's first down, but it is the end of the first quarter.
Okay.
Nice to get that first quarter out of the way here.
And get that first down of the game.
Really nice.
You just need rhythm offensively. Once that first down starts happening, now you get some momentum behind this offense and really the offensive line.
Yes.
They've got to figure out how to attack this defense. It looks to me a little bit like they thought they could get them on the edges, and they haven't been successful doing that. So let's start getting some powers or some traps up the middle and see what Caden Tran can do with that speed.
Yeah, I think you're seeing a little bit of a 5-man box with the Stillwater defense. They're bringing an outside linebacker. I think we're going to be able to take care of that with Treader, with that outside linebacker, and I think we're going to be able to see that power starting to come through with the Mustangs.
And here's your second chance. Take a look at page 35.
Haven't seen any of that old wing T action yet, but kind of it'd be interesting to see what they do with this if they only have that 5-man box. Still keeping it spread.
Yeah, they're going to put Mugisa, that second receiver, in the trips with Treader in the slot. That's Cornelius. Or I'm sorry, that's Wasink out to the right. They're going to hand this off to Tran. Is that power?
Yep.
Tran carries for the Mustangs, tackled by Uden. 1-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 9.
Coach Moberg said he liked what he saw from Wasink last week. Big, tall receiver, nice target for Beckham, who throws a great ball. I think, as we dry out here a little bit, you're going to see us be able to stretch the field a little bit more. It's going to be 2nd and 9 after that 1-yard gain from Tran. We're going to bunch our trips to the field side this time. Again, that's Mugisa to the left of Wheeler. That's a fake and a nice pass to Mugisa. Stillwater really bid on that fake, and Mugisa upfield to the 45-yard line. Nice play, first down, Mustangs.
Nice throw there by Wheeler, but I think what made it even better was the fake. He had that fake, brought the entire defense down, was able to set himself and take plenty of time, get it out there to Mugisa.
Starting to see Coach Woodley figure this defense out a little bit. That looked very much like they had schemed that up.
Yes.
Knowing what they had. This time they're going to put Godson to the boundary. He's singled up opposite trips. They talked a little bit about this as a part of their game plan to free him up, get him the football more often. But this one going to go to, I'm sorry, it's a fake to Tran. He faked me out.
Yep.
And Wheeler dodging ponies like crazy. He does slip and go down.
Yeah, I think that might have been a called pull right there. Stillwater's been crashing down with that outside linebacker, and I thought they were hoping that he was going to be able to do that. Actually, no, it looked like they were going to throw the ball there, but the receiver actually went out and blocked. So I think there's a little miscommunication there, whether or not they were pulling it or throwing it. Sometimes that happens when you're running a little RPO, run-pass option.
So they come back to the exact same formation. That's Treader in the slot. We're going to have a pitch here again wide to Tran. He's going to beat 29 to the corner. But again, Stillwater's speed, their run fit has been impressive, particularly on those stretch plays. That's going to bring a 3rd and long up for the Mustangs.
Another time where Wassink Case was just trying to stretch him out. Wasn't able to get to that outside shoulder to pin him upfield. And Caden wasn't able to plant his foot and go upfield, so he had to stretch it all the way to the sideline. They only gained about yard and a half on that.
So that ball is on the left hash. It's 3rd and 17 from the 47. That was just a big loss on first down.
Yep.
One-step drop over the middle, complete. That's Godson up to the 40. He's shy of the first down, but probably enough for the Mustangs to justify going for it here.
You got 4th and 6. I would assume we're at least going to be in a regular set. We'll decide whether or not we want to punt off of what we see.
Yeah, Mustangs always have that pooch punt in their back pocket.
See what we have. We're going to try to freeze them here. See if we can get a free 5 yards.
Mugisa this time to the boundary, singled up. They like the idea of trying to get some of these speedsters singled up opposite
Looks like we're
the
going
trips.
for it.
Yeah.
Freeze. Timeout.
Yeah, so they were trying to get a freebie. Free 5 yards. Stillwater discipline, does not jump. Now the coaches have to make a real decision as to what they want to do here.
4th and 6. You could come out in the punt formation and decide if you want to fake it or not. I know Coach Redmond always has at least one fake in per game, but it also might not be a bad thing. See if we can get that defense to step up and have a big stop here if we can pin them deep. But it looks like we're sending the offense back out there. I like that a lot.
I do know Coach Moberg likes the punt fake they have in this week, but he also thinks it's better if it comes at a time in the game where Stillwater would least expect it. What he means by that is it's probably on the other side of the 50.
Yep, they're going to be in a punt safe right now. Are they coming off the edge here?
So a check with me. Beckham going to change the play. Tran, they're going to go empty.
He's going to punt it.
No, he's going to throw. Oh, and he throws it into traffic. It's incomplete.
He just didn't look like he was set there. His feet were still moving. He was backpedaling a little bit as he threw it. Didn't look like he was quite ready for where he wanted it.
He had a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. He stepped back to about 7 yards, so it was a long snap.
I say he had a lot of time, but he actually didn't. 79 for the Ponies, started to put on pressure right as he released that ball.
All right, let's get that defense going here. See if we can get the Mustangs to get a big stop.
A lot of two-way players here for the Mustangs. That's Mugisa lined up on the receiver closest to our side. This is going to be an incomplete pass and a nice defense by Mugisa coming up on that receiver.
Unfortunately, I think Stillwater was lucky there. I think if he caught that, Mugisa was going to blow him up. It was going to be a loss for sure. It may have been a fumble scoop score for the Mustangs. I think Mugisa had that read pretty well.
Yeah, he is so fast. That first step up once he recognized what they were doing. All right, Stillwater going to give two wide receivers to either side. Runk out a gun. He looks right, rolls to his left, and that was almost picked off. I don't know how he missed it. Great read, but just didn't come up with it. Stillwater completes it up to midfield.
Yeah. Looks like Elijah Steiner, he's a little bit upset. It looked like he got chop blocked. One guy high, one guy low on that. Couldn't tell if the Stillwater player was falling or what, but still, it shouldn't really matter if you're one high, one low on the edge here on this side.
I think Preston Johnson saw that the whole time, just couldn't quite get his hands on it.
Yeah, he pulled his trigger and just missed it. Yeah, they aren't going to get this play off. They're going to have to call timeout.
Yeah, just 4 seconds here on the play clock. It's going to be 3rd and 1 right at midfield when the Ponies come out of this timeout. Last time they were in a short yardage situation, they put 3 running backs behind Runk, and he snuck it in for the touchdown.
Yeah. In high school football, the tush push is not legal, but you can push the sides, and that's what people do. They just have those running backs. They go up and pretty much push the guards, and they're trying to move the pile rather than just the quarterback.
Yeah, their version of it is just to line up behind and not do anything.
Yeah.
I'm glad that that's not a legal play in high school.
I am too. I mean, it's not – it's such an advantage for the offense to be able to just get behind and push the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't love it in the NFL either. It bugs me. Maybe because the Vikings aren't good at it, but that's for another time.
Exactly.
I'm still reeling from last Sunday.
Yeah, we did not look good. Need a little bit more time for JJ. Now this week, Carson Wentz.
For a guy that loves football, it's hard when you have a Mustang Gophers-Vikings loss on the weekend.
Yes, it was a tough.
Clean sweep. Runk under center. Going to hand off, dive. Edstrom going to
just get there.
Yep, Edstrom going to get the first down. A couple Mustangs put their hands in the air like 4th down.
Yeah. If you look at it, the far side referee, he had it right at the first down marker. This side definitely had it on past the first down marker. I think this side was right. I don't think it was back further. I did think he got the first down.
So ball now on the 48. He got a 2-yard gain there. It wasn't close. We've got 2 receivers to either side. Runk again out of gun. He's going to take a 3-step drop. Screen left. And
nice
that's
work, Robert
Edstrom.
Essie.
Great job, Essie.
Way to go, Robert. Hey, he sit there. He saw the screen. He saw that they were getting through, read that, retraced the steps, went out and found the back.
That's exactly how you play it. It's exactly what he did.
Absolutely.
Robert Essie.
Fun to see Rob do such great stuff on this team, man. He's worked really hard in the weight room. He's a big, strong kid.
Hey, now you're 2nd and 14. Really shortens the playbook for Stillwater a little bit here. Going to probably have to go into the air at least one of these 2 plays. Man, that left tackle looks early. Yeah, he was. Good. He's been early the last couple plays. Number 65, the left tackle here for Stillwater.
So false start against Stillwater, going to put them behind the sticks. This is where that Mustang defense wants them. They've not had a lot of opportunities where they can put their ears back and rush the quarterback. Runk gets rid of the ball really quickly.
Yep.
I mean, that last play, although not really a play, was a good example of how quick he makes his read and fires that football off into the flats.
Mustangs are showing pressure. Don't know if they're actually bringing it. Nice play there. Oh.
But again, a nice ball on the slant. Put it right on the outside shoulder away from the defender, but incomplete.
Yeah, McGeesa had unbelievably tight coverage there. He had him wrapped up. As soon as the ball hit his hands, he's popping that free.
So you see what happens after a tackle for loss and a penalty. It's 3rd and 19 now, ball on the 43-yard line. They were up to the 48 when they had a first down on that last series of plays. So momentum shift here for the Mustangs. If they can get the Ponies off the field, they will take over here with more than 6 minutes remaining in the first half. It is 13-0 Ponies. Runk, 3-step drop. He looks deep. Scrambles to his right. He's under pressure. He delivers, and that's going to be complete. A great play there for the Ponies. After some pressure, Jack Runk completes to number 3, Carter Zoller. We talked a little bit earlier about how good he is. One of the better receivers in the conference, and that shows you why. So on a 3rd and 19, the Ponies convert.
Preston Johnson was right there. He was trying to break the play up. Missed it on up high, but was right there. I thought he was going to pop it free. We do have a penalty flag. I have a feeling it's going to be a sideline warning. Yeah, looks like sideline warning on the Mustangs. We get one of those every couple of games or so. It seems to happen quite often. I know.
Who's the get-back coach? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the get-back coach as much as we need somebody for our coaching staff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we always laughed. I was always up in the press box, and we were laughing at those guys. I think it was 2 years ago where we had we were playing Stillwater. They had the fumble down here in the corner of the parking lot side, and Coach Moberg was actually, and Coach Odom, they were out on the 10-yard line at the numbers, pointing to where the ball was. And Mustangs returned it all the way back for a score and ended up winning the game because of it.
Well, that was a penalty, so first down for the Ponies. This Edstrom around the right side, he's going to have a nice gain here on first down.
Yeah, got about 6 yards there.
That's a really big penalty, honestly. That put them inside the red zone. So they go 3rd and 19 and then get the penalty on top of the first down. Huge swing of events. Looked like the Mustangs were going to get off the field, and instead, down 13, Ponies now threatening 1st and 10, ball on
about the 14-yard line.
Check that. That wasn't a first down. They haven't updated the
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5, yeah.
2nd and 5 down here is really not good.
No. Runk now under center. Fakes the handoff. This Waggle rolls to his left.
Pickett. Yes, he did. Got. No.
Mugisa just missed it. He had to dive for it. It went right in and out of his hands.
Mugisa did a great job, popped it free, and then he was going down, and the Stillwater receiver was he was able to grab his arm. He just became the defender right there to make it so that Mugisa did not pick that off. Oh, I thought he had it.
Yeah, that's as close as you get to a pick. So now another 3rd down.
3rd and 5. We got 5 minutes, 12 seconds left here in the half.
I think the 3rd down conversion rate for this Pony offense has to be very high at this point with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah.
Runk this time out of gun. Going to throw a fade to the left. Mugisa's
he's
covering
pushing off.
And it is caught for a touchdown.
Yeah. That's just that height difference right there.
Carter Zoller, touchdown Ponies. They may go for 2 here. It's 19-0.
Carter Zoller, he's 6'3", and he was just able to get up nice and tall over Mugisa and just go up there and reach up and grab it.
That was also an elite throw. Clearly something they rep in 7-on-7 all the time.
See what happens with the snap here.
Yeah, they're going to kick it to go up 20.
We were early that time. Nope.
Well, that kick is good. So it's 20-0 here. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Ponies putting one on the Mustangs here.
Big
on our home field, on homecoming.
A couple of big 3rd downs there. We just couldn't get off the field. All right, we need something to spark us here. We got 5 minutes, 6 seconds left. We're down 20-0. We're hoping that we can get a big kickoff return here. Stillwater's kind of spread it out right now. They've gone 3 different places with the kickoffs because we have 3 different speed returners back there. See what they do, see where they decide to kick. I would assume they're going to try to go high, but the last couple have actually been low. The lower it is, the more return yards we should be able to get. Remember, with 5 minutes, 6 seconds left in the first half here, we are going to have an abbreviated halftime. Sounds like we're going to try to keep it to about 10 minutes, so stay right with us here at halftime, as it will be quick.
Savvy decision by a former football coach.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to be playing football so late kids start missing their curfew.
There's the ball
he
came
fumbled.
loose.
That was a great strip by Stillwater. Seriously, they're
And they
very
got it
talented.
too. They got it.
Yep. Stillwater football.
Yep.
He just ripped that thing out.
Tanner Jude had a nice return there. He was coming upfield, got to about the 25, was going down, and as he was going down, Stillwater just ripped the ball out of his hands before his knee hit the ground.
Cale Spates, heck of a play, heads up.
Unfortunately, now the defense has to go right back out there. Defense a little bit tired after the last drive. It was a long drive. They're going to have to come up big here, get a stop before the end of the half.
So 1st and 10, Stillwater from the 28-yard line. Turnovers even now for the game. fumble each. Mustangs couldn't do much with theirs. Runk this time going to throw, and that's incomplete over the head of Zoller. Looked like he wanted a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those where I don't think he can get a penalty. He was running. He had his head turned. We were running too. He just ran right into us. They waggled out. They tried to bring everybody across, and then he snuck back out the backside. Mounds did a pretty good job there sniffing that one out.
You could tell Runk threw that high because he really didn't set his feet when he let it go. He was fading backward. So that's kind of dangerous. Those are the kinds of throws that get picked off.
And there's nobody there to stop him.
One-step drop, fade to the right.
Nice play there by – oh, no.
He didn't look back for the ball? Is that why? Because I didn't see a lot of contact.
In high school, that's
otherwise.
not a rule, I didn't think. I thought that was pretty good coverage right there.
Is that 25?
Yeah, it's 25.
Mustafa Kaba?
Yeah. I thought he had pretty good coverage right there.
Pass interference defense. So Kaba going to take the penalty. They'll spot the ball up just right around the 12-yard line.
Yep. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 12. Stillwater's really had success throwing that fade ball. Mustangs are pressing. They're uptight. They're only about a yard and a half off. Wouldn't be shocked to see it again right here. They got plenty of time. I know it looks like they're confused, but they actually have about 10 seconds left on the play clock, so they'll still get something off.
Getting a 2-by-2 set here for Stillwater. Runk out of the gun.
Handoff. Ooh, he's got some room.
Edstrom's really done a nice job. You know,
Yeah,
they haven't given the ball much to Rosario Matias, which Moberg sort of thought was the key to the game, given how well he performed last year.
Yeah, Stillwater offensive line right there did a great job sealing the edge. They were able to make that cut on the other side of the line of scrimmage, the Mounds View side. He was able to just take it around the edge there, go for about 8 yards.
Chase Edstrom's had a game. So has Runk. I mean, this is a very talented offense for the Ponies. They're going to stretch us out again. Runk going to roll to the right. Throws an out route incomplete just out of the outstretched hands of Zoller.
Yeah. Runk was running there. Mounds, we had a great job of putting pressure on. It did look like Zoller had a step on Godson, but Runk just overthrew him just by a fraction of an inch.
The good news is it has stayed dry since the rain delay. The bad news, Mustangs down 20, and the Ponies threatening 3rd and 2 from the 4-yard line.
Here's another 3rd down. Let's get off the field here. Make them kick it.
Going to have a pre-snap whistle, probably a timeout.
Looks like Stillwater called their second timeout.
They did.
Maybe is that their 3rd?
Yeah, they're out of timeouts.
They're out of timeout, 3rd timeout. Good. So we got 4 minutes, 39 seconds, 3rd and 2. This is a big play. All right, this is a really big play. Got to keep them from getting a first down. Definitely not a touchdown here. We want to make them kick a field goal. Hopefully have an opportunity to block that field goal. But the biggest thing is got to turn it into a 4th down situation.
Plenty of time here for the Mustangs to get some points on the board before half. It happened so long ago, I can't remember who received the first kick. I think it was Stillwater, so it would be Mustangs ball at half. Yeah.
So Stillwater received the kick. Yep. Mounds View's only had about 10, 12 plays of offense right now. Has not been a lot of offense for the Mustangs.
Some of these games probably getting close to being finished around the metro area.
I would assume it has to be out west. The East Metro definitely had more rain and more thunder than the West Metro did. Yes. So I could see some of those West Metro games being played.
Centennial right down the road is in the 4th quarter. That's just shocking to me. All right, Runk rolls to the right, throws right. He's got that same exact route. This time Zoller's got it for his 2nd touchdown of the quarter. And the Ponies take a 26-0 lead with 4:36 here remaining in the half.
Quarterback run. Solid.
Yep, they came back and did the same thing. They saw something they liked right there. Just roll him out, had a little bit of extra time. Runk was able to square himself a little bit more, get his shoulders turned, and able to throw that ball right in there to Zeller.
He threw it
Solid.
sooner. I think that's probably
Yep.
why it was successful and as successful as that extra point.
Johnston's kick is
So that's going to extend the Ponies' lead to 27. The Mustangs had a decent go of it the last time out when their offense was on the field. Unfortunately, they fumbled the kick return here to give the Ponies a short field and a quick score. But this offense needs to start stringing some first downs together, get a good drive, get some momentum, and put some points on the board.
Yeah, right now, to finish off the half here, Mounds needs to have a good drive to score. They have 4 minutes, 36 seconds. Cannot go 3 and out here. Whether or not you score or not, we've got to put something together to get a little momentum. Scoring is definitely something we want to do, but we really have to move the ball, have to move the sticks, 2, 3, 4 first downs minimum. Hopefully you can take it the length of the field. 4 minutes and 36 seconds, plenty of time to get that done.
Checking in on some of our future opponents here. Forest Lake blanks Woodbury 51-0.
Forest Lake is tough. They are really good.
White Bear got a really late start at Eastridge. They're up 7-0 after the first quarter. Tomey is a very talented quarterback for that White Bear Lake team. They're going to start stringing together some good games here too. They've had a decent start. The return for the Mustangs.
Tanner Jude again.
Tanner Jude, number 14,
Yep.
up to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he got hit pretty good right there on about the 21-yard line. Did a great job of covering up the ball after last time, though, but he got smacked.
Yeah, I talked to Jude earlier today. They said they're going to play him a little bit at wide receiver.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit of trickery in play to get him on the field because he can throw the ball. You know, he's our backup quarterback. He's got a great arm.
He's just a great athlete. in
He
general.
is. I mean, he likely is your starting quarterback next year.
Yep.
With Wheeler graduating.
Yep. Looks like he's in there right now. He's in that wing position. Going in motion.
To the trips. Handoff here. Caden Tran. Minimal gain.
Takes the handoff off.
Oh, that was Godson this time. So changing it up a little bit.
Tackled by Wooten. Second down and 7.
I think they'd like to see Godson get in a little bit of a rhythm offensively, get him some touches.
Yeah. Getting three yards there, not bad. At some point, they are going to have to throw the ball a little bit here if they want to score, but 3 yards is for a great first down. We need to just get a few yards here just to kind of get the field going.
Treader back in motion this time. Fakes the handoff, and we got to throw deep down to
Yes!
Wasnick with a big gain for the Mustangs up to the 30-yard line.
Beckham Wheeler put that on a dime. Hit him right in stride. Ball was in the air for about 45 yards right there. Absolutely spectacular throw. Great catch. Nice play for the Mustangs. We needed that right now. Get this crowd back into the game. 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Now you got all your playbook ready to go because you got 32 yards left. Great throw and
big
catch.
spark here for the Mustangs. Now inside Pony territory. Another quick pass
Oh, no.
on a slant, tipped, almost picked. Godson couldn't quite get it.
It's one of those, that ball just hung up in the air too long there. I was a little worried that Stillwater's going to come underneath it and pick it. Looked like he put it on a good spot, just a little bit low maybe. Godson was not able to just scoop that up and ready to go.
Wasink out wide right. Again, he's 6'5" receiver, junior for the Mustangs. They're going to throw
Nice throw
to
to Tran.
Tran up
Great
past
spin
the
move.
30. Great spin move up beyond the 25-yard line. So a nice play there for the Mustangs on 2nd and 10.
It's a nice gain on the play.
Going to bring up about 3rd and 1.5, maybe 2 yards. So big here to get the first down. Right on the 24-yard line. Nice throw by Wheeler again to Tran. Tran was able to make a spin move and gain about an extra 4 or 5 yards.
So again, they've got Jude here, the second receiver, nearest Beckham's left. Mugisa, the single receiver to the right. He's going to look Mugisa's way on a
Oh, that's
slant.
early. Yes,
that is
good.
early, and that is
Good.
called. Good flag. Going to be
Yeah.
a first down Mustangs.
I think that was one where Stillwater had to make that penalty right there. I think if Mugisa caught it, he was going to get into the end zone. They hit him a little early, so he was able to pick up the penalty. Now, in high school, it's not a spot foul. It is just 15 yards, but it's going to come out to about the same area.
So the Mustangs getting after it. They're 3rd and 1, and they throw a slant. They get the penalty. There's 2:17 here remaining in the half. Mustangs now inside the red zone. Ball on the 12-yard line. 2 receivers to the boundary. That's the right. Wheeler, he's going to look right, throw right, just beyond the outstretched arm of Godson. Looked like he would have had to make a one-handed catch. Couldn't reel it in.
Yep. I think Wheeler threw that one just a little quicker than he was hoping to. Offensive line had pretty good protection right there. Brings up 2nd and 10. Field gets a little bit condensed here. Now there isn't any room out the back of the end zone, so you really only have 22 yards to play with. So you don't have your entire playbook. You can't throw deep here.
So you've got your 2 speedsters to the left now of Wheeler, though Godson's going to come in the backfield. That's Mugisa to the left, lined up out wide. And a slant, and that's going to be intercepted. Stillwater picked it. The safety comes right up. Looked like Wheeler might have telegraphed that just a little bit.
Yeah, he was getting pressure from the inside. Left guard he was trying to cut him, missed a little bit. Wheeler was having to backpedal and threw it off his back foot and just didn't have enough on it to get it in there to Godson. Now, the one good thing is we moved the ball down the field. Bad thing, didn't score. All right, we were hoping to get the score out of that. Brought it down to the 12-yard line, moved the ball well. Hopefully that did spark a little bit of the offense, and hopefully they don't take it too much on the chin right now that they did not get it into the end zone. Hopefully defense can get a quick turnover here and get the ball back. We do have 2 timeouts if we need them.
Stillwater going to run the ball to the right. That's Edstrom again. Breaks the tackle. Nice gain on first down. Ponies now going to be in their 2-minute offense.
Yeah, they're just going to run it out. They don't want to have anything where they're trying to go up tempo. They're willing to go into half up 27.
You'd think. Well, I have been impressed with Zoller.
Yeah, he's played really well. Nice looking wide receiver. Long. Runk's done a great job of putting it where he can catch it and only he can catch it.
Stillwater out of the eye here. Runk under center, going to hand it off on an ISO play. Nice job from Godson coming up in the run fit.
Yeah. Also, nice play there by Alex Isabel. He was able to make that tackle for a loss. Got 1 minute, 10 seconds left here in the half.
Yeah, they're not in any hurry.
Nope.
So unfortunately, Mustangs look like they will go into the half scoreless. Despite their first real threat here late in the first half, they are down 27-0. We're now under a minute to go. It's 3rd and 3 from the 15-yard line.
If they can get a stop here, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Mowbray calls a timeout here and see if they can block a punt.
Absolutely. They're going to pitch it to the right.
He's going to get the first down. Nice run.
Yeah, Edstrom's got some speed. He's
Yeah, he
really
does.
looked good.
They're doing a great job of just turning that outside defender making that end. They're able to turn his shoulders, and they're moving upfield. So Edstrom is able to just kind of hug those offensive linemen and get 5 or 6 yards on that toss play.
Surprised the clock's still. Oh no, yeah, it's still running.
Yep. That looks like they're heading straight to the half. They're shaking hands.
Yeah, there's the exact same number of seconds on the play clock and game clock.
Mounds heading into the locker room. Looks like Stillwater's willing to do the same.
Yeah, I'm not sure they'll actually get all the way into the locker room. They might use these sheds out here. They've got just a 10-minute half.
Yep.
But we will take a break as well.
Yep.
We'll see you back here at about 9:45 for the second half of football live from Mustang Stadium. It's 27-0. Ponies lead the Mustangs here at homecoming.
all fans to yourselves from the stadium bleachers to the parking lot once again. Students, the MAC, inside at door 15 is where we'd like to have you
Well, folks,
this time. Unfortunately,
I don't want to say I lied, but I definitely wasn't accurate about when we'd be back. We said 9:45, and in fact, we are in another lightning delay, coming right off a great performance by the Mounds View performance team. We had lightning in the area, and now we have to again vacate our stands. Many of our fans will head to their cars, the students to the MAC, and we will wait this out. It will be at least 30 minutes before we return. It's 9:45. The very earliest we will get back and playing is 10:15.
Yeah. I'm going to go quickly through some other scores from round Mounds View here before we lose a lot of you to that 30-minute break. Boys cross country, they were third at the Metro Under the Lights invite last week down in Eden Prairie. William Drury got 17th and Hunter Miller 18th. Tomorrow they have a meet over at the Roy Griak Invitational down at the University of Minnesota. We're talking 200-plus teams down there at the U. Girls cross country was fourth at Anoka at the Steve Hogue invite. Adela Peterson was ninth. Their next meet is also tomorrow at Griak at the University of Minnesota. Girls tennis ranked sixth in state right now. They are undefeated in conference play. Rory Wallstrand and Reese Wallstrand are both ranked in the top 10. Rory at 5th, Reese at 7th. So those two actually teamed up last year to win the state doubles competition. Girls swimming, they had a meet last week against Roseville. Ellie Bina won two of individual events and was third in a relay event. Cara Grossink won two individual events also. So the Mustang swim team is off to a good start. They beat Roseville 92-84 last week in swimming. So we'll keep you updated on those. We talked about volleyball and both the soccers a little earlier. Like we said, we are in another rain delay here, or not rain delay, weather delay, lightning delay. It is not raining here at Mustang Stadium.
So we will extend our stream here. If you lose video feed when you come back, we'll make sure we get the video feed back up. Do stick with us. Like I said, 10:15 at the earliest, but every bolt of lightning, the clock starts over. We are in our second delay. Ponies are up 27-0. We are looking to start the second half. It'll be Mustangs football when we return. We'll see you in a minute.
Looks like the Ponies are headed back out on the field. I would assume that means we will start here in about 5 to 7 minutes. So it is going to be start of the third quarter here. Hopefully in about 5 to 7 minutes. We'll be back with you when the game begins. All right, the referees have given us a signal. We have 2 minutes and 39 seconds on the warm-up clock, and we will be going again. We will get going again. So hopefully this will be our last rain delay. I make no guarantees, but I hope it is. Going to go quickly through what has gone on around Mounds View High School in the athletics department in the last couple of weeks. Right now, volleyball is 5-4. They beat Tartan last week. They have a next game on Monday. It's at Irondale. The next home game is Wednesday versus Stillwater. Girls soccer is 3-3. They beat Centennial last week, and they tied Roseville 0-0. Their next home game is actually tomorrow, is weather permitting. Their last game got rained out, actually. Thursday night versus Irondale got rained out. And then they also play Tuesday, the 23rd, against Stillwater. The boys soccer team is 5-4-1 on the season. They beat Roseville 2-0 on Tuesday. Also got rained out last night against Irondale. They are on a 2-game winning streak, and their next home game is Tuesday, the 23rd, against Stillwater. Boys cross country, they were third in the Metro under the lights invite. William Drury got 17th, Hunter Miller 18th. Their next meet is tomorrow morning at the University of Minnesota for the Roy Griak Invitational. Girls cross country was fourth at Noka in the Steve Hogue Invitational. Adela Peterson was 9th. Their next meet is also tomorrow morning at the University of Minnesota at Roy Griak. Girls tennis ranked 6th in the state. Coach Sundstrom has them going really good. They are undefeated in conference play. Rory Wallstrand is ranked 5th in the state, and her sister Reese Wallstrand is 7th in the state. Those two teamed up last year to win the state championship in doubles. Girls swimming. They beat Roseville last week, 92-84. Ellie Bina won 2 individual events and was part of a winning relay team. Kara Gorzik won 2 individual events also and was second in a third event. And Kaylee McKay won 2 individual events and was second in another. Lower level football, sophomores are on a 3-game winning streak right now. They blanked Stillwater last night, or Wednesday night, 27-0. And 9th grade white team and green team are both playing really well. That's the news around Mounds View High School. We are going to start the third quarter, second half, I should say, here in just a moment. So, hope you're with us. I would assume that it is going to be a little bit different right now. I would assume there's going to be a lot fewer students in the stands. Yes, there is. Not a lot of people left at the game. I can look out the parking lot as the game was going, or the delay was going on, and it looked like it was pretty much an exodus of cars. Right now, I see almost nobody in the Stillwater stands. Very few here at Mounds View. We are getting ready to start the second half here with the kickoff. Roseville is kicking off to Mounds View. Tanner Jude is back deep for the Mustangs again. Low line drive kick taken by Caden Tran. Slips a little bit at the 10. Was able to get it ball back up to about the 22-yard line, 23-yard line, somewhere in there. That's where the Mustangs will take over here to start the third quarter. Let's see what Coach Woodley has in store for us as we start the third quarter. Beckham Wheeler's going to come out at quarterback here, see if we have any trickery coming out right away.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Mustangs are lined up. Looks like they're going to go twins to both sides. Beckham Wheeler in the pistol with Caden Tran behind. Tanner Jude in motion. Option. Keeper by Beckham Wheeler. Nice pickup there of about 7 yards. Great job there by Beckham Wheeler. Gave him a little fake, was able to pull it inside and pick up a nice 7-yard gain there to start the second half.
All right, I like second down and 3.
Absolutely. Second down and 3. You got the entire playbook open.
Well, this other job I got is exhausting.
I would imagine it is right now.
Behind a microphone, watching a game, much easier. All right, let's go, Mustangs. 2-by-2 set. Wheeler going to keep it himself.
Yeah. A little quarterback inside zone there, quarterback power. Didn't pick up much there, only about a yard, yard and a half. Brings up third and short.
Plus the 30 to the 31. Gain of 2 on the play of the third.
We lost a good chunk of our student section this go around.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
They'll join us on the stream. There were some kids still inside in the MAC, but entirely different than our first rain delay. But we're sitting here with 10:40 remaining in the third quarter, and it's, what, 10:15, 10:20, something like that?
Yeah, it is. It's late. It's going to be a late night. Sneaking it here, hopefully getting that first down. Looks like they did.
I did have some students tell me this is just set up for a primetime comeback for the Mustangs. So
hey, that would be awesome.
Keeping it positive, baby.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let's go. It's one of those things that they would remember for the rest of their lives. Coming back from down 27-0 at halftime, get the rain delay. I shouldn't say rain delay, lightning delay, and then come back and win it.
Trips to the boundary here for Wheeler. He's going to hand it off and an immediate tackle. Nice penetration there by the Ponies.
Yeah.
So Tran loses a yard on first down. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Khalid Afuye, he did a great job coming right down the line of scrimmage and was able to scoop Tran out for just a short gain.
Same formation, trips to the boundary. Cornelius out wide to the right. This time, Beckham's going to keep it around the right-hand side. Nice block and a good gain. First down, Mustangs.
I think that's something Coach Woodley saw. He saw a Fouye coming right down the line of scrimmage. He made the play on Tran because he just totally ignored Beckham Wheeler. Wheeler pulled at that time and was able to take it for about 10 yards and a first down.
That's what a good OC does. So this time they stretch him out. This is going to be Jude into the backfield. Remember, they've got a trick play here in their pocket with Jude. They're going to swing Jude out. Not sure if there was miscommunication there. Cornelius went inside, ball went outside.
Yeah, something just didn't look quite right there. Signals crossed a little bit. No big deal. 2nd and 10. Hopefully we come back out here and pick up a big chunk of yards. Fans are starting to trickle back in. It's nice to see. The faithful are still here. They're waiting for the comeback.
For sure the seniors don't want this night to end, so they will be here. Senior stable keeping them out, keeping them engaged. Wheeler now going to get Godson up to midfield. Godson makes a move close to the 45-yard line and a first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that was great pass protection there by the offensive line. Just watching here, right tackle, Jack Fry, he just manhandled this guy and was able to get down and pick up a block late.
So they're just about a yard shy. Be 3rd and 1. From the 47-yard line. Wasink out to the left of Wheeler. Godson to his right. This is going to be another Wheeler sneak. Looks like they'll spot this one beyond the sticks. Be 1st and 10 Mustangs.
They running in. Referees putting the ball down. I think they got it, though. Oh, yeah. There we go. Got that official signal. First down, Mustangs.
So the Pep Fest today, the last 2 years have run a play where I'm out wide as wide receiver.
Okay.
Last year, Sampson hit me perfectly in stride.
Okay.
This year, they did a halfback pass. Godson threw it, hit the curtain above the gym. And
the old 6th man.
I never even got a chance to get it.
The old 6th man there.
Exactly.
Oh, there's a reverse. Godson on the end around.
He's got some speed, as you can see.
Nice.
15-yard gain there for Godson up to about the 35-yard line. Another first down for the Mustangs.
Great play. He went in motion, just took the pitch like they were running option this way, pitched the other way, and it was a big gain.
And Woodley wants him to speed it up.
I love it. Get him going, Woods. Here we go.
Trips to the field. Looks like Cornelius, Godson, and Wasink. With Mugisa up to the left, it's going to be a slant to Godson, I should say.
Yeah.
So a quick hitter, about a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Wonder if they run that again, and Cornelius is running free here. Look at him running right down the seam.
Yes, he is. Wow. Right in front of that safety.
They got so many guys over here on Mugisa. I'm wondering if they're starting to widen out that linebacker, trying to get him there. He's still there. He bends that in on a skinny pole. He's right open.
Oh, he picked it.
Yep.
He just floated that one, unfortunately.
It was exactly what we were talking about, right down the seam, just threw it a little bit late.
It's hard to roll out and throw back. They often, obviously, coach you not to do that. So I think the 2nd interception, if I'm not mistaken, for Beckham tonight.
Yeah, I think it is.
And again, unfortunate because these turnovers are happening after they've got some sustained drives happening. I mean, we can move the ball. We just need to continue to capitalize on it. So tough break for the Mustangs, tough break for Beckham Wheeler.
Yeah. Let's pin him here, defense. Be great to see him pin him back deep here, go after a punt, maybe spark the offense that way.
1st and 10 Ponies from the 13. We're going to see our first opportunity from Runk and company in the second half. They're going to fake the handoff, throw the screen high. Again, a nice job by the Mustang defense coming up. That number 25, Mustafa Kaba.
He was right there. Even if they did make the catch, it wasn't going to be for a whole lot.
Right. Zoller out wide left of Runk. They're going to come out of the eye. 2 receivers set, 2 tight ends. A quick pitch.
Much better job by the Mustang defense. They were able to just stretch that to the outside.
And I know that's what they were prepared for. They thought they'd see a lot of quick pitch. Essie's having a pretty good game. So 7:20 here remaining in the third. 27-0. Ponies lead Mustangs.
Yeah, it looks like we have a pony down. Looks like a cramp situation. Trainers out there for the Ponies right now stretching it out a little bit.
I mean, that's part of the problem with these delays is these guys don't stay warm.
Nope.
And there hasn't been a lot of opportunity for them to come out, get warm before they start firing off at 100%.
That 3 minutes just isn't enough, I don't think, always. Especially, I mean, that was when you add in halftime and all of that stuff, it probably was close to a 40-minute delay again. Looks like he's all right, trotting off the field. Well, maybe not trotting. It's kind of a slower walk. But brings up third. Is it 3rd and 11? That's nice. Hopefully we can get another big stop here for the Mustangs.
This really the difference in the game, though.
Yep, third down. Got to get off the field here. We've been wanting to see this punt block for the whole game.
Yeah, they will come after it for sure here if they can force a punt.
Oh, nice play.
Hits him in stride. He might go.
Yeah.
He is gone. Still
No.
Here. Wow. Who's that from behind?
That's number 20. Wow.
Still a huge gain on 3rd and 11 from the 12-yard line.
Unbelievable chase down there by Preston Johnson, but unfortunately it is after about an 80-yard gain. Great job on that. Just little wheel route there at the end. Ran the back on a wheel outside, brought everybody over, threw it on the backside there, and he went a long ways.
That play came because it was thrown early, and early is on time. Hit him in stride, and he was up the sideline.
Yep, I mean, it was about a 6-7 yard pass, but it went for 80.
I mean, they're on the 10-yard line.
Yep. There's some confusion here with Stillwater getting it all set, and Ronk decides he needs a timeout right before that clock expires.
Timeout, Stillwater.
So still no punting opportunities for the Ponies. I said earlier in the first half they've only punted 4 times all season. You can see why.
Yeah, you can see why they're pretty good on 3rd down. They come out, they have what they want to do on 3rd down, and it's been something different every time. It hasn't been the same thing. Makes it tough.
Probably a frustrating start for Coach Labor. I mean, Stillwater changed a lot going into the school year, including the start date.
Yes, they did.
So he lost a week of practices that other teams had because he was in teacher workshop.
Yes, they did not really have a traditional 2-a-day situation because they started school so early this year. It'd be interesting if other schools decide to do that. I would assume they're seeing how that works with all the testing and see if they can get kids testing a little bit earlier in the year or later in the school year. It'd be earlier. Oh, that's a nice run.
This Edstrom again.
Yep. They're just kind of pushing us back right now.
Not to get too principal nerdy on it, but I actually like the earlier start with AP testing in May. Kids have more of a full school year. They go into that test as really the final thing they do, whereas we end up having sometimes 3 weeks after the AP test in these classes. And, we've got a huge number of kids that take those courses.
And from an elementary perspective, we do our state testing in April. And a lot of times, there's, with that testing, if you can get that extra couple weeks earlier in the year, they get more knowledge base before that testing happens.
Another quick pitch to the right. Edstrom this time tackled out of bounds. Mustangs doing a good job stretching that out, but he's still able to gain some ground on that one.
And here comes that 3rd down again. 3rd and 5. Got to have a stop here from the defense.
Out of the eye, Runk under center. Motion, and they're going to waggle back to the left. Runk looks like he's going to run it.
Nice.
And he's going to be sacked and actually fumbles backward and out of bounds.
It'll be
Dodson
interesting
with the tackle.
Interesting to see where they mark it. It looks like Runk is cramped up too.
Let's hope it's just a cramp.
Yeah, I hope it is just a cramp.
He took his helmet off.
Yeah. Isn't that a penalty? Or is he technically not on the field?
Yeah, he's not happy. He
No, he's
slammed
not.
his helmet down.
So it's 4th and 6. Quarterback is going to have to come out for at least one play, but it looks like it might be for a little longer. It doesn't look like a cramp.
Gosh, I hope that's nothing more than a cramp.
I do too.
This team looks poised to be able to go on a run and do some damage here the second half of the season. I mean, I talked about their start a little bit, but they also end up drawing two of the toughest teams, and they're not at all part of, they're these crossover games.
You got a crossover game against the number 1 team in the state, Maple Grove, to start your season, and the number 3 team of the state, number 6 team in the state, Shakopee, in the 3rd game of the season.
Yeah, that Shakopee team is really tough. I mean, I think those are two of the better teams in the state this year.
Yeah, watching that game on film, Shakopee had some size and speed.
And we had heard a lot about Stillwater as early as these scrimmages. There wasn't a whole lot of certainty about how they were going to be because they were losing some key players to transfers. I know there's no such thing as a high school transfer portal, but Kinsey came to them and a year later left them, kind of as this phenom quarterback. And it opened up an opportunity for Runk. And this is why the high school league does a good job managing some of these transfers, because Stillwater had a kid all along that could clearly play the position.
Yeah.
So Stillwater will line up here on 4th and 6.
Looked like they were getting ready, but Runk is still on the field. It's taken him a
Is
long
he?
time to get off. Yep, he's down over here about the 40-yard line. He's limping pretty good. I do not think we will see him back tonight.
In
Glad
some
to see-
cases, that could be as much because of the score as the injury.
I'm glad to see that he is walking off the field, so I don't think it's a super serious injury, but I would say being up 27 points, unless something changes dramatically, I think he'll be up. Robert Essie had a great push there, but just not quite there.
That kick is good.
Yep, makes it 30-0 Stillwater.
Going to check some scores here. I think probably most games in 6A are finished. Osseo beat Anoka. Andover ends up coming from behind and getting Centennial's first loss of the season.
Yeah.
Wow, that's surprising.
Coach Thompson, who coached here the last several years, he's over at Centennial now. He just texted me and said, "Are you really only in the start of the 3rd quarter?" I said, "Absolutely. We've had 2 lightning delays."
Yeah, lightning must not happen just north of here.
No, that's up in my neck of the woods.
Eastview beats Roseville 28-19. Rosemont.
Hey, Roseville scored. That's good.
Shakopee.
Wow.
Rosemont beats Shakopee 17-10. So Rosemont tough. They've had a pretty good season. Kickoff here. Tran stays in bounds. Up the sideline.
Great
Nice
return.
hole there.
Great
Great
return.
return.
Brings it up to the 35-yard line. Great return by Caden Tran. Just kept it right on the sideline. He's able to just kind of feather his way through.
They've done some good things despite being down 30. They just haven't been able to string it together to the point of, crossing that end zone line.
1st and 10 for the Mustang offense.
I do really appreciate how well this team plays special teams.
Yes. You got to put in a lot of time to play special teams well. It's a third facet of the game. You can't just play offense and defense. It is offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, I think they scheme it up, too. Their strategy in the coaching as to what they do and what they see on film and where they can take advantage. It's Treader in motion. Not a great snap. It bounces, but a great hole. And
run.
Tran's got some speed
Wow.
and up past midfield to the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the energy we're looking for right there. Caden Tran bursts up field for about 25 yards. Wow, great hole by the offensive line there. Couple of down blocks, one kick out. Jack Treader leading up. Great offensive play.
Trips to the field now with Jude in the middle of the 3, Treader in motion.
Coming back, do the same thing opposite way maybe? Absolutely. Still a nice run there by Tran. 5 yards, 6 yards, somewhere around there. Offensive line's moving them off the ball right now. Those guys are looking good up front.
And I don't know enough to know if Stillwater's made any substitutions.
Doesn't
along the
look like it.
defensive line? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Defensive line's still the same. Linebackers are still the same guys.
Okay, again, trips to the boundary this time. Tran remains the single back. Going to throw a slant. Bobbled and dropped. Godson couldn't bring it in.
Whoa, penalty late. Don't know what that was.
Wheeler's pass is incomplete.
Might be some frustration on the part of Mounds here. I see Stillwater clapping.
Oh, yeah. Looked like Godson stepped right over him. Kind of put his foot down on him.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
So the worst part about that is the play counts, and you're going to march it back 15. So instead of being 3rd and 5 or 2nd and 5, 2nd and 20 or 3rd and 5, you're going to be 3rd and 20, 3rd and 16, somewhere around there. Big penalty right there.
You know, those are teachable moments. I know Moberg gets fired up, but really what he talks to kids about is that's just letting your teammates down. I mean, you can't – it's hard to keep your emotions in check, and you never blame a kid when it happens. You just want to make sure you coach them up and they kind of understand, you know, the impact of it. And then you start working when they're calling through some strategies they can use. You're down 30 on homecoming. That's a tough spot to be in. Jude with the catch along the sideline, just shy of the first down. He remains in bounds. The clock will run. 4:24 here.
We also got a penalty back here by the quarterback. May have been a late hit.
So we could go right back.
Yeah. Personal foul. Yep, roughing the passer. There we go.
So Stillwater gives us the 15 yards right back.
Yes. It's great now that we don't have that 4th down situation. We are back into 1st down right on about the 24-yard line.
Fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mustang fans starting to get back into it here a little bit, getting the Mustangs down almost into the red zone.
Wasink and Mugisa to the right of Wheeler. Tran the single back. Short drop, complete to Mugisa.
Nice 6-7 yard gain.
That's the equivalent of a run, a long handoff. I mean, he's wide open, easy throw, stepped into it.
Put it right where you want it. Find that open little hole. Stillwater's been walking those linebackers up. Fill them with the wide receiver where they were. Inside that red zone now.
It looks like there's a lot of room in front of the defenders to complete some balls short and just keep moving the ball downfield. Another drop. This is screen.
Nice screen. Great block by Fry there. Just sprung him for about an egg. Oh, he's in.
Touchdown, Caden Tran. So the Mustangs get their first score of the evening, courtesy the screen pass to number 7, Caden Tran. Tonight's scoring is sponsored by Eggert Family Dentistry. Thank you for backing Mustang football, Eggert Family Dentistry.
Yeah, we had a nice block there by Max Hunneman and Jack Fry. They were out there, got out in front of Caden Tran, kicked one out, sealed one in. Caden was able to sneak in between them, go in for 6. We're going for 2, it looks like, straight up for 2.
Yes, we are. Motion here by Godson to Trips. They're going to roll that same side. They let it go. Yep. It's caught. Godson, 2-point conversion, good, 30-8.
So 30-8, 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Mustangs are coming back.
Mounds Football and the Booster Club would like to thank all of our sponsors that are helping to make this year a success. We are honored to have Three Kins Express LLC as our 2025 Platinum sponsor. Got a number of gold sponsors: F&M Bake, Cat Carpet and Flooring, Tilly Aesthetics, All-American Restoration, Flaherty's Arden Bowl, Midway Ford, and Coley Real Estate Group. Thank you as well to our silver sponsors, Shore 96 and Eggert Family Dentistry. So the Mustangs get on the board with a lot of game left, still 3:20 here remaining in the third quarter. It's 30-8. The Ponies lead by 22. It's 10:35 p.m. This is not a common time for us to still be playing football, but we'll take it.
It is not a common time. We'll take it, and, hey, if the Mustangs can come back, we'll stay here as long as we need to. Nice kick.
Good kick to about the 5. It's dropped. Going to give the Mustangs some time to cover here. He's not going to get much beyond the 10, and a flag is down.
Yeah. Man, I don't know what that flag is unless it's on them, but that was a great play there by Kuba. He did a great job busting through the wedge and blowing up the return man. Yeah, legal block in the back, too. So that's going to push Stillwater back even further.
This is really the first time Stillwater's had bad field position.
Yeah.
I mean, they did have a 3rd and long from the 12. Last series go 80, but this defense is ready for a stop. They've got to get this offense off the field, force the first punt of the game here with 3:12 remaining in the third.
1st and 10, Stillwater from their own 6-yard line.
Going to hand off here. That's Edstrom. He's got another nice gainer on 1st down. All the way up to the 45-yard line. Number 7 is a stud.
I really thought after watching the last couple of weeks we'd be seeing a lot more of the Rosario Matias. Edstrom has done amazing tonight.
Gain of 40 yards out to the 45-yard line.
That offensive line for Stillwater has opened up some big holes for him, and they've also found him a couple times on a pass. Got a new quarterback in for Stillwater right now.
Yeah, so Runk, as you predicted, not back, but they're going to get a steady dose of Edstrom
Absolutely.
now.
Ben Fredericks is in now for Stillwater, number 8.
Tackled by Hinkle and Pijuan.
2nd and 10. No.
2nd and 5.
Not updated. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 4, actually. So he did get 6 yards on that. Ball on the 49. Yeah, all the other starters still out there. So we hope Runk's okay. Best wishes to him. Fredericks under center is going to hand it off. Edstrom again, nice gain up the middle to the 35-yard line. So again, this drive started at the 5, and they are very quickly threatening in Mustang territory.
Gets down to the 35 and a fresh set of downs for the Ponies. Tackled by Preston Johnson.
They just running power there?
Yeah, it's almost even like a dive. Just hitting it hard right up the middle. Their offensive line is doing a great job of just getting a big push.
Yeah, just power football now out of the eye with Fredrickson at quarterback.
Just
that looked like an ISO.
Yeah. They wrapped around that guard, too.
Did they?
Yep. Mustangs are getting a little slower getting up, too. It's been a long day on defense for them.
You know, I walked through where they have taken their time during these delays, and there's food and fruit and water, but I'm sure these guys are both tired and hungry.
Oh, 100%.
They started their day at least, they're at school at 8:35.
Yeah, and last time they ate a full meal was probably lunchtime. They had a few snacks maybe after school, but they've been at school since probably 4:30.
This booster club does do right by these players, though.
Yes, they do.
They have some feasts.
Yes, they do. But these are high school age boys.
I know.
They
like 6 times.
They can eat at any time. Give them 20 minutes and they're ready to go again to eat. And it looks like that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter here.
So the story of the game is Edstrom, number 7. I think Runk obviously played well too before he left injured, but this kid surprises. I specifically wrote down in my notes that the player we thought we would see the most from was Emilio Rosario Matias. And I don't know if he got banged up. I know he started to play. He's a big kid.
Yeah.
He had some carries early in the first quarter. I don't think we've seen him since.
We haven't seen him for a while.
Rushing for a touchdown and pass for a touchdown. Wide receiver Bull Grundy. Running back Silas.
So we got fourth quarter, and unfortunately we're starting on third down. Third down has not been good to our defense today. Just not able to get off the field. I know one of the things that the defense really was looking to do was shut down big plays, and it just hasn't happened. Stillwater's had quite a few big plays. A lot of them are on third down, unfortunately.
Linebacker Silas Helmer had 2 sacks and 4 tackles for loss.
I'm looking over that Stillwater sideline, see if I can see either Rosario Matia or Runk. I see one person sitting back on the bench by the trainer. I think that's Runk, but I'm not sure.
Need some binoculars for that.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so 3rd and 6 here. Big opportunity for this Mustang defense, and there's movement for sure.
Absolutely.
And they're going to call it on the offense.
It looks like Rosario Matia is right behind Coach Laborde, but he does not have his helmet in his hand. So I would assume that means he is somewhat injured and probably will not be coming back tonight. Usually if somebody takes away your helmet, you're not coming back.
Wow, they've got some depth.
Yes, they do.
And they're a huge school, let's be honest.
Yes.
I mean, they have a lot of advantages just in the sheer size and the fact that they have open enrollment. Okay, so now it's 3rd and 11. They're going to hand it off to Edstrom. He's going to get tackled shy. So the first time the Mustangs are able to force a 4th down is with 11:50 remaining in the game.
And I'm not sure Stillwater's going to punt here. And they'd only gain, if they kick it in the end zone, they're only gaining 13 yards. I don't think they want to take a chance on the snap. I would assume they're going to go for it. They may let the new quarterback throw it. They may also just hand it off again. They're going to take plenty of time here and decide what they want to do. Big 4th down here. We need a stop from the Mustang defense.
4th and 8. They're going to come out of the eye. And they're going to throw this one, and they're going to throw it deep. And he's covered, but he catches it. That, again, guess who, man?
Oh, man.
Carter Zoller.
Zoller again.
Looked like Godson just had his back to the play, and he mistimed it. You know, what they're really taught to look at is the hands of the receiver. And Zoller was really late to put his hands up to catch that touchdown.
Godson was going for the ball, and it looked like his feet just got tripped up a little bit. I don't know if they got tangled up with Zoller or if it just was kind of an awkward stance on this kind of wet surface.
I think I said Caden. It's Carter Zoller. He's 6'3", so he is a big kid,
Yeah, he is.
210. So obviously he's got some talent and some size. Those two things proved difficult for the Mustangs here tonight. That his third touchdown, yeah?
Yes, it is. He has had a big night.
And the Mustangs just let go of their green powder. Man, I think the amount of pounds of powder that we bought for the senior stable this year were mind-boggling for this game.
And they're just loving it. They are loving it.
I'm sure they got some great pics of that. It was funny, the game last week was similar to this in terms of the score differential.
Yes.
And the members of the senior stable that I talked to said it was the funnest game they've had.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
They had a blast. So it's not always about the scoreboard. It's really about the relationships.
Yep. I think this one's going to be a little bit tougher to take just because so many people left after that second rain delay. But I think it's going to be one of those things that everybody talks about when they're all in the gym. I know it was a tough time for you, but it is one of those things where those kids were making memories. Just being in the gym, hanging out with their friends. It's not often you get to do that.
It actually wasn't that tough. I enjoy it. It's just interesting how many kids the different ways they ask the same question.
Yes.
When's the game going to get back on? Kick return here. That's Jude.
Nice
He
return.
makes a nice return.
And we've had some really good returns tonight. Seeing great holes open up right up the middle.
Yeah, he's got good vision.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what we do here with Wheeler at the helm. I would assume we're going to open it up just a little bit more, starting on the 39-yard line, down 29 points. Got to come back here pretty quick with only 11 minutes left in the game.
Jude, Godson, and Cornelius out far right, I think. It's going to be handed off here to Tran. He's just caught up by the jersey, tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Tran carries for the Mustangs, 1 yard gain.
Another time right there where Afuya was able just to come right down that line of scrimmage and get to Tran before he was able to get upfield. See if they do the same thing and bring Wheeler back around the end. But Afuya looks like he's limping, so I don't think he's going to be quite as quick down the line of scrimmage. You got Jude in the backfield.
Yep, Treader, Godson, and Cornelius now to the right. Wasink
There's
to
that
the left.
halfback
This is going
pass.
to be a pitch and a throw. And it's caught. He hit the short receiver, so good decision there by Jude.
Yeah, looking deep. They actually still had double coverage. They saw something in that right away, and they were staying deep. Good decision, taking the short route.
3rd down and 4.
So from the Pep Fest, Godson was on the throwing end of that. For the game, he's on the receiving end. Probably much better off
Yeah, I would say
receiving it than throwing it.
he's a much better receiver than a thrower.
He did save me from a possible embarrassing drop, so I appreciate that. This another completion, this time to Treader. Mustangs get a first down up to the 45-yard line.
Nice to see that H-back, fullback type person getting the ball every once in a while. They do a lot of the dirty work.
Field down to the 45-yard line.
Do a lot of that dirty work, getting those inside blocks. I'm an offensive lineman. I always consider that H-back kind of an honorary offensive lineman. They are one of us. Good to see him catching the ball there. No backs right now.
Yeah, empty backfield for the Mustangs. Treader again in motion to quads. They're going to roll to that side. Treader blocking. And that's Jude. Did he catch that?
Yes, he did.
That was
Absolutely.
sick.
Nice catch by Tanner Jude right there.
See, that is how athletic he is. That was incredible. Another first down for the Mustangs. Good throw, great catch.
Yeah, he was sprawled out almost backwards on that when he made the catch. He was at full extension.
That's pretty fun. They got Jude up on the scoreboard. Again, this program just does so much. They're now maximizing what this scoreboard can do to showcase our kids and our program. Shout out to Nate Schmiel, our tech director. He's done a great job figuring all this stuff out for the team. Beckham going to roll here to the left. He's got Jude open, complete again.
Yeah, it's kind of nice seeing him just roll out there, get a lot of time. Offense did a great job hinge blocking there. You see those guys just step back. All of a sudden they turn the opposite of where the quarterback's going and make sure nobody's able to come inside and make them go around, go the long way.
Boy, they really lost Jude that time. He was standing wide open for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, trips to the right. Jude, Godson, and Cornelius with Wasink to Beckham's left. Treader also to his left, so they're empty again. And he's going to do a quick drop. They like that play over the middle. Looks like an in route, a slant route. It's not the angle of a slant. It looks more like an in, I guess.
They're just finding that seam
Shallow
where
dig?
They're finding where that linebacker vacates when he's coming in on the run, and they're just trying to throw it right in behind him.
Yeah, maybe in a stick route on the hip opposite the defender. But incomplete. They've thrown that a couple times tonight. Is this Jude in the backfield?
Yes, it is.
Treader in motion to the trip side. They're going to fake it, and they got a touchdown to Godson up the middle. Great play, great execution. Touchdown, Mustangs.
That was all set up there by Wheeler as fake. He did a great job. Jude rolled over really strong, brought everybody forward. Beckham pulled back, threw it right over the top. Godson was there for the nice touchdown reception.
So a couple drives in a row here. Mustangs find the end zone. It's 37-14. They're going to keep the offense back out and go for two once again.
Looks like the same thing we saw on the other side.
Not able to complete this time. Aussie Football would like to recognize our point sponsor, Eggert Family Dentistry of North Oaks. A big thank you to Elizabeth and Jeff Eggert for your continued support of Mustang football. Of course, they are sponsoring all of the points the Mustangs scored tonight. So again, thank you to Eggert Family Dentistry.
Yeah, you got to go for two there. You can bring it back within 3 scores if you get that done. Now, I guess you can still technically get it with 3 scores, but it's going to have to be 2-point conversions the rest of the way out. I would assume we're going to be seeing an onside kick here.
Yeah, we still got 8:59, but that's a fairly large gap to close for the Mustangs.
Stillwater is not ready for an onside kick. They are deep. See what happens here.
Oh, I'm going to kick it deep.
No, we are kicking it deep. Skip. Ooh.
Catches it on his shoe tips, yeah.
That's that Stillwater. They always run that sideline wall, both on the punt return and oftentimes on the kick return. They love running to their sideline anytime they're getting the ball on the kick.
A thundering herd of Mustangs. Gotta love.
It's kind of ironic tonight.
Yeah, it is. Gotta love it. So again, 8:49 here to go in the game. Be Ponies football. Mustangs yet to get off the field. I will say there was a turnover early on a bad snap, but that's really the only mistake this offense have made. They've had big plays all night long.
Yes. Nice stop there by the Mustangs.
Edstrom takes the handoff this time.
You can see that defensive line had a big push there, able to just kind of wrap everything up, and Edstrom was stuck right there in the hole. Unfortunately, that keeps the clock moving, though. That clock is running quick.
I'm surprised they're sticking with so many of their starters.
Yeah. Realistically, I think Runk is pretty much the only one out right now. and I guess Rosario Mattia.
Natchez and Zoller to the right of Fredericks under center. Ponies coming out of the eye. They're going to quick pitch it here to the right. Nice.
Oh, great play.
Run fit. Wow.
Yeah. Right there, number 20, Preston Johnson, was able to just see that outside toss there. He came up hard, kept that outside leverage, and was able to make the play.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10. You know, I will say this defense has forced a lot of 3rd and longs. They just haven't been able to.
Now you got to get off the field.
Right.
1 yard loss. 3rd down and 11.
And credit to the Ponies. I mean, they've just done a really great job in a critical part of the series, right? I mean, 3rd down, you got to win it. That's what good teams do.
There it is.
There you go.
That's a 3rd down stop right there. It's going to be 4th and 9. Let's get after him, fellas.
I came in the other morning and had a punt block play on my desk.
Nice.
Just to look at
See
and
what's going
wonder
on?
about. Yeah. The copier's right across the hall from my office, so I'm sure they just dropped one off to get me excited about the game.
I like it.
Little nuggets they give me throughout the week to get me excited. So we'll see if they're able to do it. They really felt strongly that Godson could come off on the right side on the edge. They actually did a nice job blocking that up.
Yep, and a great kick, too.
Yep, Luis is going to let that roll, and it takes a really nice bounce. Thought it was going to go out of bounds, ends up getting almost to the 20-yard line.
They had good pressure up the middle, just wasn't quite quick enough.
But Mustangs able to force just the 5th punt from the Stillwater Ponies all season. With 6:30 remaining, they'll take over on offense, down 37-14.
Got to score and score quick here. Down 23, so you're talking about 3 touchdowns. 2 of them have to be 2-point conversions.
3 receivers to the field side. Wasink to the left of Beckham. Wheeler takes the snap, looks right, throws right.
There's
Again, that play over the middle. They like that. They see it open, and that's going to be Jude.
Quick in route there.
Jude is showing up at receiver right now.
Picking up about 17 yards.
7-yard line and a first down for the Mustangs.
He looks taller than he is. He's listed at 5'11". Even when I saw him today, I thought he was taller than I thought he was the last time I saw him, and that's actually possible when you look at some of these kids and the amount of growth they go through over the 4 years they're at the school. Mustangs love their trips to the field side. Same formation as last play. This time Wheeler going to roll right. Doesn't have it. Tucks it and tries to run, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was trying to get back all the way across the field there. I think if he would have just stepped up and ran a little bit more straight ahead rather than cutting back, I think he had a little bit better chance. Offensive line did a pretty good job of pushing out. If he just cuts up back underneath, he might be there quicker. Still gained a yard. We'll take it. 2nd and 9.
Jude Godson and Cornelius to the left of Wheeler. He's going to look to the trip side. He's flushed to the sideline, breaks the tackle, but he can't totally get away. It looks like Stillwater player might be down and injured. Yeah, he's not getting up. Gus Gregg with the sack for Stillwater.
Looks like it's number 9, Khalid Afuya. We've talked his name a lot. He was coming off the edge. Didn't quite get there. Didn't see anything.
Yeah, it looked like he slipped.
Yeah. I mean, it's a non-contact injury for sure. Don't know what it is.
So it stops the clock here with 5:28 remaining in the game.
And brings up third and really
9.
long. No, it's 3rd and 19.
Oh, you're right. They haven't changed it. He got
it's
the
3rd and
sack there,
19.
yeah. 10-yard loss?
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks like he's walking off pretty good. I had a feeling it might be a wind thing. Just kind of landed funny.
Yeah. Been a while
Yes.
since I had the wind knocked out of me. It is not a pleasant feeling.
It is not a pleasant feeling. And if I never have to go with it again, I'm totally all right with that.
You played football a lot longer, so I'm sure
But
it's
still,
been more
I
recent for
think
you.
it only happened one time for me, and it was no fun.
I mean, you can't breathe.
No. You feel like you're going to die. Nice screen again.
This time to
Oh.
Jude. Yeah, it looked like he put a little too much air underneath the ball. It gave the defense a chance to recover, read what was going on.
Yeah, it had those linemen out there well. It just took a little bit long. They were able to sneak out. I think if he would have been able to get outside there, I think he would have had a big play.
So the Mustangs bring on the punt team. Clock ticks now under 5 minutes. Ponies will get the ball up big here. The fourth quarter might be the time at which we would start to project them the victor. Stillwater would move to 2-2 on the season. The Mustangs
Great punt.
1-3. And a fair catch. Yeah, that was a really good punt.
A little bit of a slow, high snap, but Charlie was able to get that ball down and get it on his foot and get a nice high punt. Made him fair catch it. Going to see a steady diet of the run here, I think.
I think at this point you'd start to see some substitutions too, especially as these players are going down a little bit more.
Yeah, I would hope. I hope both sides are starting to get some new guys in. You don't want anybody to get hurt this late in the game.
And this late at night.
Yeah, I mean, Mustangs still could come back, but it's not looking good. No, they got.
Yeah, Edstrom's still out there.
Edstrom's still out there.
Looks like Fredericks is going to go under center out of the eye. Motion to the left. They're going to run that quick pitch again. This is probably the best defense had. The best play for the defense is stopping this pitch. There's a flag down.
Yeah, I think I got cracked back on. Godson got cracked.
So penalty on the Ponies.
Yeah, I'll get him out of there. Good idea.
Yeah. So Godson checks out. Caden Hawkinson going to come in for the Mustangs. 5'9" senior, outside linebacker.
Yeah. He didn't actually get cracked. He just got grabbed and thrown down. Big hold there on the left tackle for the Stillwater Ponies.
Clock back running. 1st and 20, ball on the 26-yard line.
See, Zoller's still in there also, it looks like.
Yeah, Natchez has been playing all game.
Yeah.
He's got Madison covering him. This is going to be a handoff up the middle and another nice hole, and Edstrom is loose.
He has had a big night.
He must be well over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, I mean, his big one, his big 80-yarder, that was a pass. I mean, he's probably has 200.
That was a pass.
Yeah,
That's right.
But he's had several. I mean, he's over 100 yards rushing, I would assume, and he's had 80 yards receiving. I would assume he's close to 200 plus yards as a all-purpose.
Coming out party for Edstrom. I don't know if we perhaps he had these kinds of games earlier in the season, but this is a standout performance.
Yeah, we got the Stillwater roster who they have kind of as their top guys that are going to touch the ball, and he is not listed there. So I don't know what's going on with that. I got to take a look at the defensive scouting report. See, they did not have him in the scouting report as a running back at all. They did have him as a wide receiver.
Interesting, yeah. He's a senior. He's listed here on their roster as a running back, 5'10", 185 pounds. So impressive. Probably a really fun, memorable night for him.
Now it looks like they're getting some new guys in.
Yep. Under 3 minutes here to play.
Yep. They're taking all the time they can on the play clock. Good move. But they still give it to Edstrom. This brings me back about 10 years ago. Stillwater used to do this. They would have one back carry the ball 50 times, and by the end of the week 6, week 7, he was always hurt because he just carried the ball so often.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of throwing, the number of passing attempts in high school football has grown exponentially since the time I played.
Yes.
And really, even if you remember the throwback days of the Mustangs running that buck sweep, we throw that ball a heck of a lot more, too.
Oh, 100%. I mean, back when I was playing, we threw 2 to 3 times a game.
Yep. And probably went 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Another handoff to Edstrom, this time over the left side. He's going to eat a bunch of yards again, threatening inside the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Well, if he wasn't over 200, he is now. He's got to have almost 150 yards rushing. Big night for him.
Clock stops on a first down, but we're under 2 minutes to go.
First down at the 15.
Not sure what Stillwater will do here. I will be very interested to see what the stats are.
Yeah. I would assume that they are going to be taking a knee. I would assume they're going to take a knee here. I don't think the Mustangs would stop the clock if they do. Yeah, looks like they're getting in a victory formation.
That makes sense. 117. Ponies lead 37-14. I think they just got a delay of game penalty, not that they care one bit.
Nope, they'll take the 5 yards and do it all again.
So the Ponies improve to 2-2 on the season. Of course, their 2 losses to Maple Grove and Shakopee. Mustangs fall to 1-3. They are going to travel to Woodbury. Next week, we will not be covering their away games. We're just streaming the home games. Have some technical difficulties with our equipment. And also, all these teams now are streaming their own games, and there's not always a lot of room in their press boxes. So
some of them are even charging to watch the games nowadays.
Yeah, I don't love that, if I'm being
Not
honest.
at all. I'm glad the way we do it here.
Mounds Football and the Booster Club would like to thank all of our sponsors that are helping to make this year a success. We're honored to have the Three Kings Express LLC as our 2025 Platinum sponsor. Again, our gold sponsors are F&M Bank, Cap, Carpet and Flooring, Tilly Aesthetics, All-American Restoration, Flaherty's Arden Bowl, Midway Ford and Coley Real Estate Group, and our silver sponsors are Store 96 and Eggert Family Dentistry.
And you guys are the reason why we do not have to charge parents and grandparents for the games. You guys are sponsoring it for those people, and we thank you so much for that.
Very much appreciate your engagement in our stream this evening. The Ponies lose their homecoming game to Stillwater 37-14. It is official. The clock has struck 0 after a couple of rain delays. This one is over. We hope to be able to watch the stream from Woodbury next week. We will see you next time when we are home versus Forest Lake and White Bear, our last 2 home games of the season. For Joe Paulke, I'm Rob Reitz. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great night.